Welcome back, one and all, to Crusader Kings II, a Game of Thrones. Apologies about this episode being quite late today. My sleep schedule is all sorts of messed up right now. I got a lot on my plate as well with the 3 concurrent series and everything else in real life. Not to mention, the worst part of all, I ran out of tea bags, so I'm having to drink plain old water. So that's completely wiped me out. In our campaign, currently, of course, we're playing as King Jon Snow, the Queenslayer. It's currently 30 years old. How long have we been playing for right now? 8 years, currently. Now, the last 2 episodes have been a lot of setup. A lot of the environment kind of establishing itself, a lot of the rivalries and alliances and whatever, kind of forging the bonds there. Today, I think we're going to make a move. I think we're actually going to get on with things a little bit and stop sitting around just waiting for things to come to Jon. We're going to have to be a bit more proactive here, because Jon is rather sadly content and honourable and humble. So not really the most interesting character to watch for all of those reasons. So, as a quick recap then, Bran is currently in control of the Iron Throne, as per the end of Season 8 of Game of Thrones. In the middle of a massive civil war, he immediately became a tyrant. So, to clear up a little bit of confusion, that people have had a couple of questions about what my scenario did. My scenario was just setting up some alliances based on, you know, kind of a presumption that people wouldn't be too happy about an omnipotent king on the throne. Setting up a few alliances that were purely random, I should point out. Random based on their stats and traits versus what Bran was doing and their opinion of him and his traits. And then just a pure little bit of randomness there too. However, he became a tyrant earlier than my thing kicked in. So he completely sidestepped that, made it all completely pointless, and became a tyrant of his own accord, which is basically fantastic. So that's what I was trying to build up to anyway. And Sansa has gone a bit nuts and has started seizing traditional Night's Watch lands, things that were gifted to them by House Stark generations ago. She's grabbing those back, maybe trying to make a play up towards the north. I guess because there are no wildlings, she doesn't need, or Jon Snow's in charge of the wildlings, maybe her logic is, you don't need this land anymore. You know, she can take that back. We need to keep an eye on that. A couple of different things that we have to consider in that regard, the Iron Throne, of course, being a complete mess. Someone said Tyrion is unlanded. They noticed that Tyrion had completely disappeared. Let's have a look here. Let's go House Lannister and see if from this list of people I can track him down. Where on earth has he ended up then? Oh my god, is this like a completely separate branch house? Wow. It would just be easier to go back to the title history then in hindsight. Let's have a look and see if we can find him. Westerlands, Tyrion. There he is. He's unlanded. So, someone brought this up in the comment section. I think it's a fantastic idea. If we could get Tyrion to our court, and he will join us, Tyrion's going to come and stay with us and probably tell us and drink very heavily and tell us what was going on about the Iron Throne. And I think this is a fantastic and quite show-accurate outcome for him. And then a lot of other people were suggesting that, where's Hornhill? Here we are. A lot of people were suggesting that Samwell Tarly's child, who's now fatherless... Oh, it doesn't exist in this, apparently. Samwell's baby, not there. Sorry, completely disappeared. He wasn't married to Gilly either, but I guess that's probably because he was a maester. I wonder if we could dig him up. Is a kid like a bastard member of his dynasty? No. So, Samwell Tarly doesn't actually have any children, but somebody suggested bringing them to our court, because Jon's an honourable guy. He'd do the honourable thing. Let's look up, maybe if we just go for Gilly. Courtier in the Iron Throne of Craster's Keep. That's her. She doesn't have any children either. So this just follows a continuity where she didn't have kids. I guess the person who made the Season 8 extended mod didn't think it was really worth it. That's okay. We won't worry about it. We do have Tyrion, though. Real shame about Samwell. Real shame we can't do anything there. But Tyrion is going to come and join us. And I think he would make for an incredible Hand of the King. Probably wouldn't get along too well with the wildlings and whatever else. But, you know, it's better than being a landless random guy who's fallen from grace. He can come and actually help out with our round pretty massively here. So let's make him, my god, I mean, intrigue. He'd be fantastic as a Master of Whispers. But I think we would make him, I think we've got to make him Hand of the King, right? I feel like that would be a thing that would happen. Bear in mind that it was between Jon and Tyrion basically bringing Daenerys down. It's Tyrion's fault that Bran's in control, and partly Jon's as well. So I feel like they probably want to tidy up this mess together. I like that. I think that's a nice outcome. Somebody asked why I spent the money on the Castle Town rather than upgrading Castle Black. Simply because Castle Black to colonize it was 400 gold, so we'd have been saving up for a very, very long time. But when you colonize it, you don't immediately get it. You know, you don't just get this with its, even its buildings up right now aren't that good for, you know, for tax or anything like that. But it takes a very, very long time to colonize places. I would rather us get a bit of money under our belt early on so that we can expand out and build up a nice foundation here before we start going for big things like colonizing. Oh, God. Everybody's going for independence from the Iron Throne because he's just a complete lunatic. He's like completely fallen off the deep end here. I think what we're going to have to do is say, let's not worry about Bran getting war declared on him. Otherwise, we're going to get pop-ups every bloody 30 seconds. Hello? A rumor of a plot in Craster's Keep. She was attacked by armed thugs. Wow. Could that be an assassination plot against Jon? Maybe. Anyway, what we're going to do today, we can forge Targaryen armor. Why? Oh, for 150 gold. Oh, weird. Okay. What we're going to do here, though, is I was thinking that, look, Jon Snow has no business being in the skin changes. Very kind of loose connection. More of a book thing than a TV thing. In fact, I can't even remember any times in the TV at all that he did any kind of skin changer related stuff, and this carries on from that continuity. So we're going to leave this, and instead we're probably going to join the Wildling Warrior Lodge. Oh, that's the... Oh, right, Free Folk, that's it, sorry. We're going to join the Wildling Warrior Lodge. God, I'm joking here. Given that we are trying to, you know, impress them, we're trying to be their king, we got a point to prove here. So let's do that. Let's flip society. I think it makes a lot more sense. Plus, I mean, it's Jon Snow, right? So what do we not need? We have to be either free folk or practice a religion in the Wildlings Old Gods group. Now, I think, like, kind of from a meta perspective here, they worship the same old gods. You know, obviously in the show they did the bit where, you know, our gods are different to your gods. But it's still, you know, the Stark family specifically have a much bigger connection to that. You know, Ned keeps his own Weirwood Grove. A lot of the Northern Lords do. But they are very much emphasized having a much larger connection with that. Hence, Bran sitting on the Iron Throne right now. Magic Man with old gods magic. So I think, let's flip Jon Snow over. He's lived here for 8 years. And he's going to have adopted some of their ways. He's going to have adopted some of their religious aspects. And I mean, it's only a step over, right? Into basically what he's already got going on here. So he loses 400 prestige. One of his vassals is a little upset, but it's just one vassal who also worships the old gods. He gains 250 piety. So I think we're going to go for that one. Well, that flip the interface over to the... Oh, there you go. Now we feel a bit more... Now we feel a bit more wildling, huh? Has that unlocked any other society? Obviously, we could join the cold ones, but that would be mad. Oh, Valor's pregnant again. Nice. There you go. So we've already got an heir in the form of our daughter, Lyanna. She's pretty good. She's coming along okay. 6 Marshal at the age of baby is actually mad. Stronger than some of the commanders that we've had in some of these wars up here, but maybe that's something for the future, eh? And I'm up for... Look, I mean, when we randomize all the backstories... I'm up for joining the cold ones if it's necessary. We'll do whatever we can in here. If we want to rejoin the skin changes, if we get like a mystic child or something like that, that's absolutely fine. It's gonna be an open book. It's just Jon Snow with his content humbleness that makes it a little harder. I could scarcely believe it possible, but the pregnancies made my wife Val look even more beautiful than she already was. Whenever we're in the same room, I can hardly take my eyes off of her. Better make a move quickly, or she is with child. I should not look at her this way. Jon Snow famously has a problem with sexy ladies, for lack of better word. He was a brother in the Night's Watch, and, you know, the cave thing happened with Ygritte, and then he was, well, I mean, he had boat sex with his aunt, which is, I mean, I think the guy struggles with it, so you know what, I wouldn't say he's lustful, but quite clearly he, sometimes likes to, whatever. Let's just go for it. You're not going to say what I was going to say. You got to be... Look, you've got to think about these things. You got to think that there are some voice clips that I don't want on the internet. Worship the ancestors. Interesting. Okay. Make sacrifice to your ancestors and ask for their regard on an important matter. I mean, again, precedent for House Stark doing that, so I think that makes perfect sense. Sod it. Let's do it. Why not? You've decided to visit the shrine in the Holy Grove and make sacrifice in honor of your ancestors, hoping for their aid in return. What will you ask of your forefathers? Do we wish for affection and companionship? Well, I think he's already covered that one. Do we wish to guide his sword in battle and let him conquer his enemies? Do we wish for prosperity and growth in the realm, or do we wish for ancestral wisdom? Ned Stark liked to do that, you know, brooding there, sitting around his weirwood, sharpening his sword. I don't think he has enemies to conquer. Prosperity and growth for his realm, or share their wisdom. Let's ask for their wisdom so that we can get in touch with these people a little bit more. Let's go for that one. I like that idea. You asked your ancestors for guidance and knowledge. Now it's time to present your offering. What will you give them in return? Shall we gouge out an eye? Shall we offer them a soul to serve them well in the afterlife? He would obviously disapprove of burning someone, because that's what Stannis did, and that caused a big old problem with friction between them there. A feast? Or will he offer them his flesh and blood? I mean, I could see him if he was convinced to do it by the wildlings, you know, like Tormund. We've got to cut out your eye. That I think he would probably go for it. Or a little idol carved in their honor. I mean, that one seems a bit more appropriate. Weirwood carving into, like, actually a very legitimate thing. But in terms of CK2, man, are we going to gouge out his eye? I mean, he's not a zealot or anything, and he's only just converted over to this religion. I think he wouldn't be so willing, yet, at least, to gouge out his eye. Let's do the feast. Do the feast or do the idol? Let's do the idol. I mean, that's what he knows, right? Carving weirwood faces into things is pretty standard stuff. So we're going to do that because that's what he knows best. Maybe at some point later he could carve out his eye if he becomes zealous or if he finds a reason to do so. You place a delicate little idol on the offering stone and pay your respect to your ancestors. Now you can do is wait and hope. Well, let's hope that doesn't backfire. Let's see what happens here. Normally you always think top option, best option, right? Depending on the... Oh my god, I thought Brienne died then. Depending on the scenario, of course, but maybe this has some unique effect. Because we are those Beyond the Wall old gods. Now, we could look at reforming it. That would be kind of interesting. Castle Black Council, Winterwood, Harrenhal, Fist of the First Men, and Hardhome. So that would actually be kind of easy. Or certainly a lot easier than what we've got right now. Bearing in mind, you only need 3 holy sites to reform a religion. Again, if we get a zealous character, if Jon Snow goes down that path naturally, I think that's fine. Hardhome and Fist of the First Men we already control. But they lack temples, so that's going to be the big problem with converting this one, trying to convert, rather than trying to convert the, or reform the other religion that we were a second ago. The regular old gods, rather than Beyond the Wall old gods. Yeah, because Winterwood already has a temple holding. And Castle Black is right here, and, oh, well, we can't build a temple holding there. How does that work? Can we knock down a castle? Maybe we can convert it. Who knows? Anyway, Lord Borrock of Skirling Pass. No, let's not cause enemies. I don't care if Bran gets peace, honestly. I only care if... Oh, hello. I only care if, you know, we've got all the notifications on for Bran that matter, in my opinion. So, well, let's not worry about the wars and peace too much. The peasant shifts side to side in your hall, obviously nervous to be in your presence. Was a skin changer, your grace, he says. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, I swear. May the gods strike me down if I lie. They can control the wild beasts. I was lucky to escape with my life. Thank you. Bring the skin changer before me. Hello. The skin changer is surprisingly pleasant. Oh, cool. Maybe I left the society slightly too soon then, huh? Might have jumped ship a little bit too fast. The skin changer is surprisingly pleasant. I apologize, your grace, she says. A small focus or a superstitious lot. It's possible I may have frightened them. I meant them no harm, I swear it. If you would spare me, your grace, I would gladly offer you my services. She is a green seer. She has green dreams. She's an eagle. Or has a pet eagle, probably, judging by what's on her shoulder there. And a mystic. Is she actually a skin changer? I don't know. Words of wind, leave my realm, Warg, now. I'm gonna kick her out. Absolutely not. Yeah, sure. Greth of the Skin Changer, let's bring her in. She could be an assassin. She could be any sort of big threat. I mean, anybody can transform into an animal, or at least take control of an animal. Could be a problem. But let's see. Maybe she ends up being pretty nice. We can name a Master of Whispers. We could actually name a Master of Whispers. Bran Crowkiller. Then are a different religion, aren't they? I'm not really too concerned about proselytizing then. That seems a bit weird. Whoa, look at all these options we've got here. Huh? Oh, we can organize a raid now, of course, because we're feudal, but our religion allows us to raid infidel neighbors for loot. Right. Can we actually raid, though? Or is it still... No, it's only limited by religion, not culture or government. Nice. Okay. I'm thinking, let's hurry up and join the Free Folk. Mourner Whitewatch of the Free Folk. Hello. Greets me with a brief nod. Another recruit had to join our ranks. You need to prove yourself, boy. The woman says gruffly. Fine. He'll prove to fight himself. He's got to learn their ways at some point or another. Lady Warner Might Mask and the Free Folk have chosen Mikken as my opponent. He's got 80 personal combat, but he is also aberrant. Wowie, what a unit. An absolute unit. Versus Jon Snow's 135. A duel for honor. You and Mick will slowly circle one another, tense and focused. Let's say... one mistake is all he'll get. Let's go for... I feel like he's no match for my might. Attacking with force doesn't seem like a good idea. Big, aberrant unit, man. Let's go for an attack with speed. You see a weak spot. A vulnerability in his defense is not much, but it's all you need. Strike. We break through Mikken's guard and move gracefully to smack a wooden sword down to the side of the head as he lies sprawled at my feet, completely at my mercy. It's all over now. Now... he has dropped his dull spear and hastily retreats. Yield, I yield. We can either accept his defeat or kill him which seems a little over the top for a practice duel. So it doesn't seem like something Jon Snow would do. Thank you for the 40 prestige, Micken. And we're now in Free Folk. Nice. Okay. So I presume it's very similar to... yeah, it's functionally identical to the base game Viking lodges. So that's fantastic. Okay, we know how those work. That's pretty good. Let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. And how long until that bloody castle town is built? Is it already finished and we're actually making some... wait. Am I going mad? Did we not start building it yet? That's right. We didn't have enough money to build it yet. I remember. For some reason, when I read the comment and I thought, yeah, we've already started building it. Arya. I think he would do that. I think he could very easily name daughter after Arya. It was like his favorite sibling / cousin. It's a very confusing family tree. Arya, you know what? Also struggle, I think. And she's got identical traits, actually, to the other daughter. Wow. Holy shit. Sure. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good name. Let's stick with that one. Game of Thrones world, very confusing. With the naming scheme. Everybody's called John. Everybody's called Robert. Gets very confusing very fast. So I think let's stick to that and make it as confusing as possible. I'm content with my lands and my life beyond the wall. And because of this, people do not see me as a threat. They all gladly attend my feast, trusting me to uphold their guest right and to leave their lands unmolested. 25 piety. We gain 1 diplomacy again, though. Man, I mean, I'll happily take that more and more often. What the hell's going on here? Oh, we inherited the castle of Maelstrom Watch. When Aegon died, we inherited Maelstrom Watch. Right, got it. Oh, shit. Okay, I mean, that's nice. It's just a brand new castle. Nothing more than a basic keep. Well, shit, okay. Build a copper mine. Hold on. Owie. Tax income +2. That's better than a castle town. Import copper from the south. Because we're playing 30 more gold, we're getting 0.5 higher tax income. Sure. And we're going to build that here because they already have a, they found minerals. There you go. They found copper in their domain. We could... would the free folk be happy about Jon Snow taking all their coin with taxes? Which they're probably already quite pissed about because we're a feudal ruler of their tribal, so there's already that tension going on. Taking all their coin, bundling itself to build a copper mine? No. I think let's focus on actually building our land here, as we intended to do. Now, for a castle town, it's way more expensive here. Like, way more expensive. Is there anything else we can build to bring in a little bit of extra tax? A bakery? 171 for one isn't really worth it. Let's say, it's 9.8% chance you'll leave a master builder. Am I overthinking this? Maybe. Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what we do here? Let's go ahead and throw you down there then. Oversee construction. Hopefully we'll get a master builder or something like that, and then we could build this place up for slightly cheaper. Were there any trade routes? I think I checked that yesterday, didn't I? So it finishes at Castle Black. Nice. So getting that would be actually super, super valuable. Again, it would take a very long time to actually get it. Now, what I was about to say is we could check our own domain for resources. See if we can find something unique. You know, maybe we find dragon glass or something like that. Something fancy that we could send south. Look for minerals. Did it cost me money? 100 gold. Ooh. Take the gamble or go for the sensible option. Bran's trying to kill Tyrion the Imp. What the hell is this plot? Bran is trying to kill Tyrion, because of course he is, right? Who's he invited to the plot? One Weg, one Dar one. A giant. An actual literal giant of a man. I wonder if, maybe we can headcanon it. Bran's, like, skin changing into him. Or using his warging powers to fill his head with superstitious stuff. To try and get Tyrion clubbed by a giant. I like that. That could be something from the show. I think that's fine. Oh, sure, we'll just save it for Carstown. It's the safest bet, right? It's a little boring, but it's the safest bet, I think. We can actually upgrade a bunch of holdings, too. I think we'll save it. We've got to start bringing in some money here. Do we need people like you? Who are you? Gilly Borehell. What a friggin' name. No, I've got enough courtiers already, thank you, Gilly, though I appreciate the offer. Right. Okay, let's actually start now. Let's get on with things. I think we said too much messing around. Craft a weirwood weapon. Probably not going to do that. Forge Targaryen armor. Not going to do that until we can afford it. So I guess, really we should raid, right? It's free folk tradition to raid. south of the wall, but Jon wouldn't allow that because these are his people, his lands, right? Someone in the comments did suggest raiding to free people from slavery, do like an honorable raid. Maybe he convinces them, don't raid the north, get some boats and raid over in slavers' lands, you know? Well, I know point at the free cities and saying slavers' land doesn't make any sense, but maybe going to places like Qohor. Qohor is slavery, if I remember correctly. Or Norvos? I don't really remember. But we could head over there and maybe do some raids on that coast. Like, if you are going to raid, let's do it that way. We haven't got any boats yet. We'll build some boats. We'll get them some boats eventually. Don't worry. I just can't justify raiding into the north to try and get some money for Jon Snow. It just doesn't make sense. We can build a shipbuilder. And it costs prestige. Ooh. Jon is going to expend his prestige. He's going to make a mighty, rousing speech to the free folk, to the wildlings, and he's going to convince them this is the way forward. Build ships, and you will earn. He's putting his, you know, his honor, his dignity, his respect, his prestige right here on the line. And he's saying to them, "You build these ships, you'll make more money than you ever would going elsewhere." Oh, he's falling in love with his wife. That's nice. How lovely. How kind. I think this is a good idea. I think this is a much better idea because they're gonna want to raid either way, right? And if he's gonna stop me going here, they need to go somewhere else. Otherwise, he's just gonna get stabbed again. Oh, hello. Ooh, watching Mother the Milk Drinker at the training grounds is always interesting. Wasn't she the... Oh, who's the leader of the society again? Morna White Mask. Oh, like Morna White Mask. She has a wiki page. She's an actual character. Something about a fighting technique that comes off as half-hearted. Let's talk weapon care and etiquette, my good woman. Jon's going to try and help her out, endear himself to this older, wiser wildling. Munda agreed that she needs my help in order to make her see things differently. I've asked my quartermaster to let us spend some afternoons organizing the armory. I admit this year's spring cleaning is overdue anyway. Shall we spend 32 gold to buy a sharpening rock to show her to be more diligent, or let's just be himself, content, humble? We're gonna splash out here to try and impress someone. There you go. They're finally starting to send us some things here. While we at the Free Folk always appreciate good brawl, it's important to always keep in mind that what we're fighting for. You should always keep in mind your responsibilities as a ruler. You have a duty to lead and protect your subjects. Thank you. This guy's teaching us the ways of the wildlings. They want us to take the rulership focus again. We can. We took family focus so that he could focus on his family. He's got a family, right? He's got an heir. He's got a backup. Heir and a spare. This seems like a good idea. So let's... The second that comes around again, we still need to wait 2 more years. Let's go for rulership. Why not? I don't care about Bran revoking titles. We're going to be here all day if we want to look at every bloody title the guy revokes. I know the ancestors always valued a wise and sharp mind, so I've decided to spend more time on my studies. Oh, today I was out walking, contemplating the mysteries of the gods, when a new insight struck me. Oh, what is this? He's randomly become a bit more... Whoa, maybe his ancestral idol did something. He's become more wise. The ancestors have imparted wisdom. Maybe he's starting to see the light a little bit. Maybe he's starting to think, actually, maybe this beyond the wall old god stuff is, you know, a bit more sensible. A bit more in tune with the ancestors. And she gained diligent either way. That's nice. There you go. We become close friends with her. Oh, nice. He's found himself a nice old wildling lady to befriend who can teach him the ways. I've had non-stop hiccups all episode. This is a nightmare. It's the cold air. It's the cold air beyond the wall. It'll get you. Lord Domeric has been very insistent about spending some time with me. Domeric is, for some reason, one of our Northman vassals. I'm not sure why he's here. I think he must have spawned in, because we were Northman and, you know, old gods. It doesn't make any sense that he's here. Anyway, do you think we could try and convince him to flip over as we did? Just be like, look, we've made a lot of progress with the ancestors since we flipped over. We didn't have any before. Sure, we'll join him. Domeric has prepared a grandiose welcome parade. The Lord of the Fist of the First Man greets me in person as soon as I crossed the gates of his keep, asking me if I had a good travel. I did. Nice to meet you, Lord Domeric. Domeric hosted me for a weekend, staying me with stories about his recent deeds and organising a few luxurious feasts in my honour. Thank you, Domeric. How's our other guys holding up, then? Lady Rayla of Highgarden. Don't really care about you. That's Bronze. Bron's dead. Bron died in a trial by combat. Oh, shit. I mean, this guy was pretty tanky. Wow, Palm and Crane. Killed him dead. Okay, that's another one down then. What about all those other starting characters? How are they looking now, I wonder? Pip is fine. Segren. And obviously we made some new friends along the way. Tormund's okay. Brienne is still somehow ticking along. Crazy. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't completely wiped them out yet. So, it was his father. Ah, that's a shame. Devin Sealskin, if you remember, was the guy who cleared our name. We got rid of our dishonor. We'll make sure that your family is, like, well protected, though, Iceguard. Don't you worry. And then we had Drogon the Dragon. Who was the other guy? Wait, where did he go? It was the West Shelf. No, it was Arthur that cleared our name. It was this guy's father that stopped the uprising. I remember. If you're watching these back-to-back, you're probably thinking, why does he keep reminding himself about this? Look, it's been like 2.5 days. If not longer. How am I supposed to remember that long ago? I always imagine I would be the first person to go, oh, well, speaking of which, Clay is dead, died of pneumonia. Ah, he's received news and now he's all sad. Just when he thought things were starting to go right a little bit. Life catches up. Clay wouldn't want me to cry. Let's drink in his honor. That seems like a bit more of a free folk response. You've already had one drink too many when he's joined at the table by an equally intoxicated woman. It takes me a few minutes to realize, but surely it must be Linnell. We spend some time drinking together and sharing our sorrows. Maybe she has chosen me. Well, somebody died in suspicious circumstances. Somebody at least somewhat related to, you know, kind of tangentially related, not literally blood related, to one of these characters on our list. I wonder who that could be. Don't think Drogon the Dragon's out there hiring assassins, let's put it that way. Your presence at Fort Tucker, top of our... Oh, God, more money. No, I'm sorry. It is a better investment spent elsewhere. I'm sorry. The treasury can't bear it. It's probably how he would explain himself there. We've had a dearth of Jon Snow impressions this entire series. I mean, there's a whole video of me doing that on the 3rd channel. My How Game of Thrones should have ended video, which I'm not sure has aged particularly well. As I rose from bed, I found a small bundle of documents. No. Lord Connell of Hardhome? He's going to try and depose and seize the throne. Is that true, though? Has someone fabricated a plot on him? We don't know. Does he know anyone who particularly hates him? His courtiers don't really mind him, actually. Why would he try and overthrow us? He loves us. We hate him, but that's minus 50 because he's a traitor. I don't know that he is actually a traitor. Is this just a plot? Well, Jon has to stay by honor, you know. He's got evidence this guy was trying to overthrow us, so we'll take him for a trial. Let the gods decide. Let the gods decide by trial. How do we call him for a trial again? This could be a problem. You know, we're causing trouble in what is otherwise kind of paradise right now. Everything's peaceful. We're just sitting here making money, you know, learning their ways. Can we even call him for trial? Oh, I guess not. Probably because we're, maybe that's just not a wildling thing to do. We can exile him. Maybe that's more appropriate. We can execute him. We're legally able to execute him. Should we execute him is probably a better question. He was trying to overthrow the realm. Trying to kill us, basically, to supplant us. Would we execute him? I don't know. Jon Snow has executed people before for honor. That's kind of what he does, right? Was it Janos Slynt that he beheaded for basically saying that he wouldn't follow him as Lord Commander? I feel like I mean, Jon Snow does love executing people. The more I think about it, the more people he's executed. Daenerys, all of the brothers of the Night's Watch who stabbed him. Janos Slynt. He's done a lot of executions out there. You know what, Connell? Sacrifice him to the gods. If that's the way that they do it here, the ancestors have guided Jon Snow's hand a little bit, right? They've given him the wisdom, that extra learning. Maybe this is the right path. And if this is what they do here, this is what they do. Goodbye, Lord Connell. It's time to go, my friend. Sacrifice to the gods. As is, apparently, we're allowed to do. Very strange. Bran, I do not care about all the castles that you're stealing from people, my friend. I don't care about all the people you're assassinating and stealing castles from, I should say. So, ask courtiers to leave court. Yeah, let's kick a few out. How are our shipbuilders looking? It's going to take a long time. We need ways to get more prestige so that we can build them all the way up the coast. And in fact, we could build them over here. I should have gifted them. Shipbuilders. Bone Chariots Workshop. Holy crap. The frozen shoremen employed chariots made of walrus bone, pulled by dogs as large as direwolves, as transport. They also breed reindeer. That is awesome. I want to gift them something. We'll wait and we'll build them ships. I wonder if they'd be up for that, or whether they'd be, you know, kind of against the idea of raiding across the shore. It doesn't seem like the type of thing they do. Maybe it's time for a bit of a cultural shake-up. Court Dwarf. Do we want to name Tyrion Court Dwarf? No. I feel like that is hideously insulting. Court jester. I don't think Jon Snow would do that. I don't think Jon Snow would even have a court jester. Court tutor. Probably someone with... I mean, what about Tyrion? He's the most educated, learned man of them all. Loves his books. Probably very good at teaching people things, assuming he is sober enough to do it. Madam, I'm not giving you any money. This is our trade master. Focus on profit. Always profit. And soon, we're going to be able to build a castle town. Hello! Oh, he's made Borot Lockblood of the Skirling Pass better friends with us. Thank you. This guy, Lord Arthur. Honestly, what a legend. The other guy just kind of won some comment. Oh, Tormund can be our cupbearer for sure. I mean, is there anybody we would trust more than that? And Tormund can be our treasury guard. He looks after the treasures and the drinks. I think he would love that. In fact, when you put it like that, he'd probably be very, very pleased with this. We're highly honored. Shame we can't fill out a council. It's because we're feudal, I presume. Because we're feudal in the, I thought it was probably related to our culture. Well, anyway, we need a new master at arms. So, Lady Morna Whitemaster, the leader of the society. She seems like a pretty good one to have. Train children. Have her train Jon's children. That seems fantastic. Not having a maester is going to be a real problem because, we'll have Val put the maps together. Our cartographer, she can put the maps together so that when we start raiding, she can lead it. Not having a maester is a real problem because it means that we can't, it means that we can't have someone who's like a dedicated educator for the children as well. So I'm going to have to go in and fix that before they... I mean, they're only 2 years old or 1 year old. We got a while yet. But before they turn 6, definitely need to come up with some sort of reasonable event to allow us to summon a master beyond the wall. Maybe we pay a little extra or something like that. I think that's a fair compromise, you know. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyway, Castletown. We're finally there. It took a bloody long time, but this is definitely a good investment. Trust me. An arm wrestling challenge. Many important warriors have gathered in the lodge tonight in order to celebrate a recent hunt. I've barely joined some of my friends in the festivities when Geed barges in, claiming he is twice as strong as I am and challenging me to an arm wrestling match. Sure thing, Geed. Stat sheet. You know, I don't know if Jon Snow is particularly strong, but he's a very good fighter. Maybe he's got some tactics, some strategy. Geed and I sit one in front of the other, preparing ourselves for the game. We put our arms on the table when a third fighter holds our fists still. Hung! With a loud thud, I slam Geed's fist against the table, earning a shower of cheers from the other warriors gathered around us. My opponent glares at me and mumbles something about accepting defeat as he rubs his hand. We can either call him a weakling, which seems very rude. Jon Snow's humble. He'd be like, "No, you did good. Don't worry, Geed. You're good in my book, fella." I think he'd be quite nice about it, you know. Once again, all of the Kingsguard are dying. That's what this notification is, right? Brienne of Tarth receiving Kingsguard armor. That will happen whenever a Kingsguard dies. The fact that so many Kingsguard have died this series already is mad. I think she's picked up probably about 5 or 6 sets of armor. What happened to Bran? Declared incapable! No way, they actually were able to stop him? No way. So declared incapable is something a council can do to basically stop the ruler making any decisions. They declare him incapable of rule, at which point he becomes treated as any other incapable character would. He's not allowed to pass decisions, and his regent will run the realm. Lord Alaric of the Whispers is running the realm in his stead. He doesn't get a say. So he just gets to sit in his tower, looking at everybody, peering across the realm. Holy crap, how did they pull that off? Now, somebody also left a comment asking, if Bran can't have children and Bran dies, does that not mean we become king? No, because Bran's heir is Edmund Tully. Edmund Tully is in line to the Iron Throne right now. That's his mother's brother. So that's why he's in line. I wonder why he is in line, actually. It is Agnatic Cognatic Elective. Right, got it. Somebody called Jon Stark is in line. That is Sansa's husband? I think? Weird. Yeah, that's very strange. Why did she marry him? I don't understand. I guess because they were the same dynasty, and that meant... Right, that meant even if she matrilineally married, because she was probably looking for a matrilineal marriage, but couldn't find one. But she's done a matrilineal marriage with him. She could have just done a regular marriage. They're the same dynasty. I guess the AI doesn't really consider that. You know, probably doesn't really care. Man, she is fucking nuts, though. Ruthless, ambitious, patient, deceitful, proud, chaste, master schemer. That's cool. Wowie. Well, I mean, the Iron Throne might sort itself out at this point, and in fact, look at how much stability they've got there. Father, calls Lyanna, pulling on my arm, pleading to play with her in the latest toy, completely oblivious to all the important work I'm in the middle of. Sometimes this kid can be really insufferable. Alright, Lyanna, what is it? Or we say, not now, child. Of course, he would be like, yeah. Alright, Lyanna, what is it? What's going on? Yeah, what? Sorry. I've got to use that. I need more excuses to bring back the Jon Snow voice. I haven't used it in so long. It's probably shit. I mean, it is shit. I don't need a probably there. Lord Domeric wrote a letter expressing his fervent desire to know me better, so that we can come to be good acquaintances. Absolutely, Lord Domeric. Absolutely. Why not? I hate playing a content, humble, kind, honourable character. We can't do anything. You suck, Jon Snow. You're a boring man. Boring man with absolutely no hopes and dreams and ambitions. You just want to sit here. You don't want to be king. You just want to rule over your realm and make sure everybody's happy. We could... Oh, no. Let's wait till that Castle built before I move the Master of Coin over. Got anyone better? No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. We probably won't find better. Bloody Jon Snow. Jon, I don't want it. That's pretty much his only friggin' line in the final season. You are my queen. Yes, we get it. And now we've got to suffer the consequences by sitting here waiting for him to look after his people. Unbelievable. This year was not the most productive for the Woodcutters Lodge and Craster's Keep. I think he'd get involved, but he would rather levy his prestige, you know, his word, to get some shipbuilders. Oh, hello. Your Grace, my house has been cruelly dispossessed of its lands and incomes, leaving us with no home and no seat. I humbly request that you offer us land and refuge and beyond the walls. In return, I offer you recompense and House Greensky's eternal loyalty. He wants... what? Maelstrom Watch. Nope. Sure, you're landless for a reason. I'm sorry, we're not doing that. Even though Jon Snow's honorable, he's never heard of this guy before. Could be a complete con artist. He lost the giant stairs. So he wouldn't just give him a castle in the Stormlands. That'd be really weird. Oh my god, I got hiccups again. Okay. How are we looking on the shipbuilders then? Let's give those other guys some ships as a gift for their services. So you, my friend, some ships. You will help lead the... Are you happy with that? Funded buildings in my domain, plus 10. It's services. It's services rendered. You prove that Jon Snow's not a dishonorable man. You get some ships. And you can be part of the first great intercontinental wildling raiding squad. I suppose extra-continental wildling raiding squad if we go over to the Free Sissies. This is going to be fantastic. We're bringing cultural revolution here. And did Tormund die? Wait, what? Tormund died and you didn't tell us about it. Whoops, wrong button. Tormund... Did he actually die? What the hell? He didn't say a damn thing. Tormund... He's gone. The man is dead. Giant's Bane? Oh my god. What was his... I'll know it when I see it. Which province did he have? The Gorge? Forktop? What was his province though? What the hell happened to him? Did he just died? God damn it, Tormund. Unbelievable. I don't even remember which territory was his now in hindsight. Freevale, Haunted Forest, Antlervale. No, I don't recognize any of them. God damn it. Well, that's a shame. Completely died and we didn't even notice. No notification, no nothing. Just apparently died in his sleep. The only way I found out is that our treasury guard was missing. Jon. He's so stuck on trying to run the realm in a nice way. The realm that he didn't want, by the way. His best friend died and he didn't even bloody notice. Oh, no. Arthur Riverblood. Despite my best efforts to improve your reputation, it seems your standing in the realm has lessened. Oh, for God's sake. He's not dishonorable, but people are questioning the word of Arthur now. You idiot. No, we're not giving you a castle. Arthur! Can we have him do something else? Well, there's not much point, is there? We might as well just keep him where he is. So what can you do, Tyrion? Obviously the realm. That's always good, because there's a chance of him getting a special tithe, which is nice. Improved defenses, yep. Pacified province. Converts, gives levy side reinforcement rate. Improved holding, obviously a bit pointless right now. Yeah, I mean, everything is exactly where it needs to be. We can't really do anything else currently. I'm going to swap her out for Gretha the Skin Changer. We need a skin changer to fight a skin changer. And in this case, that's Bran, of course. I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with how it is. Come on. Get those ships. Those ships are built. Well, the first lot of ships are built anyway. The second lot in Hardhome is built. Oh my god, we can head across the seas. We've got the shipbuilder built there too. How many ships does that give us? Barely any. 12 currently, because of course you don't get, even though it's 8 galleys per go, you only get a certain amount of your vassal troops. Man. Okay, 12 ships. Oh, it's 120 men, right? 1,200 men. God, it's been a long time since I played CK2, can you tell? Right, let's get you guys over to Hardhome. And let's go raiding. Let's finally do it. Let's finally tell them to cheer up. See what we can find out there. We had in command. What the hell is this? Army of rebels? I'm not a rebel. Wait, who is this? Who are you? Oh, they're attacking. Oh, we have no idea who they are. Can't even open the screen up. Who's leading it? Ruler personally leading troops. Yeah, but who though? I've heard great tales about rich and prosperous Lord Domeric's Romans. That's great news, Lord Domeric. Let's get rid of these rebels. God knows who they are. Ruled by a faceless emperor. Oh, how spooky. Well, they're gone now, either way. We've only got 12 boats, so trying to fit this many people on is going to be a pain in the ass. One of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with factions. Go on, then. I'll let you do it. We'll trust in you. You've ruined everything. And now she has the opportunity to increase the rest chance or plot power. Let's give her a rest chance. Oh. Okay. Dear cousin, the tales of your misdeeds are told from the arbor to a shy. This is a formal declaration of war. Our armies shall meet on the field of battle. I mean, you're going to win, though. Winter is coming. Why have they declared war on me? King Bran's invasion of Beyond the Wall, backed by Gendry. Gendry, you fucking traitor. Opinion of Jon -50. Oh, god damn. Was that -10, that reputation tarnished, enough to push them over into full-on invasion? Maybe he's doing it to take the castle back. Hold on. It might not be as bad as I think. Maybe they're just doing it to try and take back the castle and Rain House. Well, here we go. Beyond the Wall is under attack from the Iron Throne. The very freedom of the kingdom is at risk. Perhaps we should seek help from neighboring realms. We can ask those people. Well, I wanted to see who they were, but I didn't accidentally mean to send that message out, but... Oh, Tyrion's gone! Murdered on the orders of Tytos Lannister! Oh, Christ! It's all going wrong! Tormund's dead. Tyrion's dead. The Iron Throne is invading. They assassinated Tyrion. He deserves to be honored with a funeral. Oh, man. Just the Stark family. Your Grace, I'm afraid Oldcastle cannot... Oh, God, so independent Northern Realms aren't going to join us. And now we're in horrible debt, too. I'm sorry, we can't spend too much. We've got to focus on the war. I'm sorry, there's nothing else for it. Sure, let the feasting commence. And we can rank up in the society, though, so that will give us some benefits. Reaver, warrior training, summon a lodge commander. Yes, good. A young man arrives in your court, claims he's a skin changer. Oh, okay. Maybe we can put these skin changers to use. Maybe they can walk into the enemy commanders and kill them dead. Packs upon packs of people, peasants, noble alike, gather in the streets of Lannisport to catch a glimpse of the deceased. As the procession leads the body of Tyrion through the crowded streets to the Lion's Moor, the entrance to Casterly Rock. We had a funeral for him, but he's being buried, obviously, in the tomb. I guess Jon returned his remains there. Once they pass through the Lion's Moor, the riders dismount and the procession continues on to the Hall of Heroes on foot, where the bodies of the descendants of Lan the Clever have been buried since time immemorial. Wow. Goes slightly off screen there. Tyrion Lannister was murdered on the orders of Tytos Lannister. He was a man and was unyielding. He was a man and was unyielding in his devotion to their vows. Neither of that is accurate. Well, I mean, the man bit, I suppose, is probably accurate. Okay. We've been promoted to Warrior of the Free Folk. How on earth are we going to win this? What the hell am I going to do against it? We'll hope that the attrition kills them all. They're fighting in our territory. Whether or not we, with our 2,300 men, can take on 41,000 from the lands of King Bran, 11,000 from the lands of Gendry, and 12,000 from the Westerlands, or Paramount Walton of the Westerlands. He's given out lands to people that... the people that I presume now like him. Oh, god damn it. Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh my god, they're already here. They took ships. During the Battle of Crastus, keep the enemy cornered by Commander Gilbag. Oh, Gilbag, you moron. Are we going to be able to stop them? Are we going to lose in the first battle? I think we've just lost in the first battle. Right, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no. Let's owe you a favor. Look, we've got shit to deal with right now that isn't to do with you. That's really unfortunate. Are those Stark troops? Sansa, you will not... This will not be... Oh, I mean, it's Bran. It's got to be Bran. It's got to be Bran. Wow, we're already minus 75%. We're already screwed. We can't outrun them. They can't send ships. Nobody would have expected them to send ships through the gorge. For God's sake. Okay, what do we do now? They're invading. And if they invade, they take whatever they... They take whatever they siege. So if we surrender... No. Because he's targeting the kingdom level title. He'll take the whole kingdom. Wow. There was nothing we could have done to stop that. What do we count as now? We are now part of the Iron Throne. We kept everything. But we've been forced into the Iron Throne. Maybe because it's his... Maybe it's his green seeing ways, his weirwood, his reverence for the old gods, whatever. Maybe it was just to get a bit of revenge on us. To bring us under control where he could keep an eye on us. But he's basically just subjugated us. We didn't lose anything, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised by. I thought we'd lose at least the castle. We didn't lose anything. He just took us under his control. We've just been vassalized. I currently enjoy the title of King Beyond the Wall. However, I currently hold no legal right to keep the royal style whilst under the vassalage of King Brandon. You can't have kings below kings. Therefore, he must decide whether to remove the title from me or grant me a royal privilege. I'm a justly king. He's got to decide now whether we're allowed to keep the title of King Beyond the Wall or whether we just become Lord. Jon Stark, I've decided that as king, I cannot have another king in my realm. Therefore, I revoke your right to style yourself as King Beyond the Wall, along with all associated privileges and entitlements. Signed, King Brandon of House Stark, the first of his name. We're now just Lord Jon. We're just simply Lord Jon. And he's exiled Gilly to Karth? Why did you do that? He has systematically dealt with every single one of his enemies. He's no longer declared incapable. He took back the throne. He's dealt with us. He dealt with Tyrion. He dealt with Bron. He dealt with Samwell Tarly and Gilly, just to add a real insult to injury there. He may be unstoppable. Our only hope is Sansa may be turning on him. Of the race she's going, though, she's 30. Her husband-to-be is 6. She's going to be 40 when she marries him. She might not have any children. At which point, the independent North goes back to Bran Stark. This is... I underestimated him. Holy shit. I thought with all those people, all those wars, he would never recover. But no, he's like... He clapped us. And we've paid the price. Did they destroy my castle being built? No, we've got it. We've got it. Okay. We've got something in the bag here. We got a little bit of money. Now on the downside is we have to pay taxes. To pay frigging taxes. Now we just pray that he leaves us alone. Now we pray that he just lets us do our thing without worrying about potential title revocations or different religion problems. Minus 100, minus 100 though. Look at this. Rivals. Lord Paramount's Jon's opinion of Bran Stark. Disapproves of methods. Rival minus 100. Put my friend in the oubliette. Declared war. Defeated me. Short reign. Medium authority. Legious, tyrant, arbitrary, cruel. He is ruthless, deceitful, cruel, and we're honorable, so we hate him even more for that. Holy shit. A lot of these do cancel out, though. So the negatives you normally get for Green Dreams, Green Sea, or whatever, because we're a religion that respects that, we actually get plus 40 down lower. But even that counts for nothing. And what the hell do we do? We're not allowed to raid anymore, though, are we? Because we've just been vassalized. So all that build-up today, everything we achieved today has just been wiped out. Welcome to Game of Thrones. Wowee. Thank you all for watching. I mean, yeah, that's something. I would never have expected that. Holy shit. I mean, what the hell do we do? We've got to try and forge an alliance now. We've got to try and rally our fellow lords in the Iron Throne, try and convince them that actually this is horrible and we should overthrow him. We've got to try. We haven't got a choice now. Let's see what happens. See you all tomorrow.